Hello and welcome to my 5th Java tutorial for beginners. Today let's learn about logical operators in Java. So to keep it simple, logical operators are used to determine the logic between variables or values. In other words, you can use logical operators to evaluate multiple conditions. So first of all, I want to show you two basic operators that we can use. So the first one would be the AND operator. And what this AND operator does is it will be used to check for two conditions and will return true if both statements are true. And the second one is the OR operator, or personally I call it double pipe. And it will check if either one of the condition is true or not, and will return true if one of the statement is true. So in the last video, do you remember that we learned about the conditional statements? That time we used only one condition, but this time, let's try evaluating multiple conditions with the AND operator, and also try out the OR operator. So let's start writing the code. Okay, so first, let's write an if statement and add a condition. So for example, we can write if, and the condition can be anything. For example, like in my case, I'll say a is less than 10, and add a parenthesis around the first condition, and add an AND operator, and add a second condition, which can also be, well, anything for this sample. For example, we can say b is greater than a. And we also want to have some sort of output, right? So we can use the system.out.println to check the result. So we can type any description or message like this is true, for example. And also add an else block here and copy this code and paste it over down here. And we can change the description here, for example, like false. So what we did was that we added two conditions. So let's run and see how it will behave. It returned this is true. Why? Because both of these conditions were true. A is less than 10. A, which has a value of 5, is less than 10, is true, right? And the second condition, B, which has a value of 10, is greater than A, which has a value of 5. So both these conditions are true. Therefore, it returned true. So also just to let you know, you can actually add more of the conditions in here. It doesn't have to be just these two. For example, like you can do something like this, like a is greater than 1, or keep adding more of these conditions. But for now, let's just stick to these two. Okay, so next, let's try out the OR operator. As I have already mentioned, OR operator will check only for one condition. So unlike AND operator, the difference between them is that OR operator will return true if either one of the condition is true. So let's change the code. So first we will replace this AND operator with this OR operator and change the second condition so that it will return false. For example, change this to B is less than A and run the code. And as you can see, it returned this is true. As you can see, the first condition is true and the second condition is false. So by using the OR operator, if either one of these conditions is true, it's going to return true. And if both of these conditions are false, it will simply return false. So I guess that is about it for today. So thank you very much for watching until the end. Then have a nice day. Bye.